What's up, you guys, and welcome to Andy's Playground. I'm your host, as always, Andy, and today I'm joined with Sierra, my beautiful wife, as she's driving the car. Today, where we're going today is we're going to take you on what we call the drive. The drive is basically going up World Drive, going past Hollywood Studios, and just seeing everything backstage. While basically the roads are clear right now, it's just been super kind of interesting to live here the past almost full month and a half now that we've been here, because we like to do this drive every now and then just because it kind of gives us some memories and gives us some nice, thoughts about our time here when we were cast members, and hopefully when we can become cast members again. So let's just take you on a little bit of the tour of the drive. We'll show you some not too well known secrets and things that we've found out doing this drive, and hopefully you guys can enjoy it. So just as context for where we're going on, we're right now on Highway 192 heading towards the interstate, heading towards I-4, and there's an exit that takes you to Disney World from here, and this exit's going to take us right by Hollywood Studios, and so we're going to start there with our little tour. One of the first things you'll notice whenever you do this drive is just how empty it is. And it's just kind of always eerie whenever we do this drive. You'll see some cars every now and then, people doing the exact same thing we're doing, where they're just driving it just to see everything. But yeah, for the most part, this is what you see. And of course, here's the big sign again. There's a lot of people who stop and take pictures during this time period, but I'd highly recommend you don't, because you can get really big in trouble for that. But that's a little taste of magic whenever you go through. First thing we'll show you guys is right over here. You can see the tippy tops of the spires of Black Spire Outpost through the trees over there. That's also the employee parking lot in that area, or cast member parking lot. But what's really cool is you can see some areas backstage that not many people really know are backstage for Hollywood Studios. This berm has been actually kind of recently created in the last little bit. They've been working on this area that kind of covers up that little area where the new Star Wars hotel is going to be as well. But right back here as well, you can see a lot of backstage area here. There's Galaxy's Edge. And right here through the trees, you'll be able to see little glimpses of the backside of Toy Story Land as well while we're going through here. You can maybe see Slinky or something like that through the trees there. There's the backside of Slinky right there. And then you see that parking garage. That's actually the parking garage where the animators used to be. That building you might have seen for a split second, those are the old animation buildings. And of course you see the big Tower of Terror sign right there as well.
It's not even moving.
Not moving at all. Over here by the Swan and Dolphin, they've been building a new part of the resort. I've heard people saying that it's going to be like a third area, so it'll be like Swan, Dolphin, and I don't know, Seahorse or something. Goldfish. Sure. We'll comment down below what you think the name's going to be, because that would be really funny. But it's definitely going to be part of the Swan and Dolphin Resort, people. So let's keep moving on. We're right now coming up on the Magic Kingdom Auto Plaza here. And what this Auto Plaza looks like is the exact same for every other Auto Plaza. You'll have a security vehicle that's kind of flashing out there, and you'll have one green light on while the rest of them are red. If you go up to one of those Auto Plazas, they're going to be like, hey, what you doing here? Then they'll take your plate number, your license plate, and then they'll tell you to turn around. I did it accidentally at Epcot one time, and the guy was super nice. It was just Disney security, but they're pretty serious about no trespassing and stuff like that. One thing we saw last night when we were going past Epcot was that they didn't even have the lights on for Spaceship Earth. It was just a black sphere, and that was kind of creepy. But over here we noticed that a lot of the buses are starting to be moved from the parking lot, and they're being tested around the property nowadays, because the resorts are getting ready to open in the near future, so that's going to be kind of fun to see them. But it's nice to see that the buses are starting to move, and they're getting a lot more spaced out than what they have been before. The day that we're filming this is June 20th, and so this might look a little bit different by the time you guys see this. This is one of my favorite drive areas, because right here you'll be able to see the Contemporary. It's such a pretty shot. Just coming right on over. and then you'll see glimpses of the castle. Of course, after we go under this bridge. If we catch the castle, I'm going to try to make sure we stop and freeze it. And of course there's Spaceship Earth. Wait, goodness, Spaceship Earth.
Oh boy.
And of course there's Space Mountain. Right over there. Right next to Tron. And this road right back here. Now this road will take you all the way around the park. This is a road you can go on, but you just gotta be careful here. This is Tron construction right back here. All of that is Tron. And you can see they have some different pavilions, crossways here, and they've been working on even the exterior area over here. I always just like looking at this area. That's just so massive. And they have some paneling on the back here. Not too much difference has changed here. Oh look, there's a Disney bus. That was magical. They have different cast locks over here. There's another shot of the castle way over there. Looks like they were doing some painting on it right now. I saw some cranes on it. And then over here in these buildings, this is back where you're going to get into some of the maintenance areas and some of the areas where they definitely encourage you not to film. So we're not going to go that way. We're going to go straight. Taking a left off of that road back there. Now we're on our way to be on the left side of the Grand Floridian. We have some trucks over here on the side of the road, which is a little bit different. However, on the left you'll start seeing the Grand Floridian, which is just right over here. A lot of landscaping and different things are coming on over here. Yeah.
Actually, I think in 2 days they open up the Grand Floridian.
Yeah, it's fixing to open up real soon. Over here has been the golf courses, which have been open during this entire time. We've seen a couple people out there every now and then, but not too much. But there's the entrance to the Grand Floridian right over there. Now that looks like a very interesting vessel. It looks like that's what they use to clean the lakes with over here for the golf. And there looks like there's some golfers right there. And over here's the Polynesian. And we'll get to go kind of right by there as well. And then right over here is just the Polynesian. There's the back side of the Polynesian right over here. And this parking lot, they have some cast member areas. Most of the people in those cars there will be cast members. But yeah, that's the entrance right over there. And then over here we're going to try to see what we can see from the Ticket and Transportation Center. I'm going to do my best to zoom in as much as I can, maybe try to pause here as well. There have been a lot of little, you can see different guest flow areas and stuff like that for social distancing. They finished the tram loop over here though, and that's all done, which has been good to see. But over there you'll see the empty parking lots for all parking areas. So since we're on the way to Universal now, which is kind of funny now that we're here, but we're gonna pass by Epcot, so I wanted to give a little bit of a shot for that. So over there you can see the Otto Plaza a little bit. And then through the trees we should be able to see some glimpses of Spaceship Earth. And also the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster. So there's the Otto Plaza. There's Guardians, and there's Spaceship Earth. That's about all you can see from here. Can't see too much from the road, but just enough to be able to know that it's there. So just to finish off on this video here, part of the reason why we haven't really been I guess visiting the parks as much or visiting these areas as much, or like talking about Disney as much, is just because it's still kind of a weird time period for us, where we were talking about it yesterday, where, you know, it doesn't feel like whenever we do this, whenever we go to Disney Springs, it often feels like we don't really like belong as much as we did before. We feel kind of like outsiders almost a little bit, just because when we were taking off from the DCP, we were taking off from the company. You know, we lost all of our benefits, we lost everything that we had. Any chances of moving to different areas in the company, it was a rough time. I think now that we're back, and now that we have access to these areas, it still doesn't feel like we're back yet.
Yeah, I think too, it just, maybe also because before we felt a little bit of what Andrew was saying about like how you feel like a part of something, and like with Disney it just kind of feels like, you know, going to another place, another theme park, or in Disney Springs in this case, just another place full of stores. And which is kind of why we've been spending a lot of time at Universal, and it's something new and exciting and something we can feel a part of now that we're pass holders. And so I think that's why it feels more comforting. And now if people ask like if we are ever thinking of being Disney pass holders, I think we're honestly probably going to wait to see if we work with the company again.
Yeah, and I think honestly at this point it would be more worth it just to wait. And I think honestly that's just kind of what we're going to do. I mean, we're happy with what we're doing and where we're at with Universal. We're very anxious for them to open up positions for us to be able to apply for. Because I mean, we literally check it every single day. We literally, it's kind of almost depressing, because we're looking, we're waiting, we're ready to come back. But until things really just start opening up, we're not going to be able to come back for a while. So we just enjoy the time we have. We take it one day at a time, and we understand that, you know, this is a process, and it's not forever. And the world in itself is just going through a lot right now, and we can take it one day at a time. We can be patient with ourselves. And we encourage you guys to do the same too. If you guys are struggling with something similar, you know, just take it one day at a time. And that's why we really enjoy that drive, just to kind of sum it all together, is just because that gives us some memories of what it was like to make those drives all the time, every day we were at work. You know, the idea that we'll be able to do it again in the future. But until that time, we'll see you real soon.
See ya.